Thank you very much for the welcome. Hello everybody, and I'm delighted that you're all here today to come and watch us play against Clifton. I'm truly honoured and privileged to be the Director of Rugby at Bristol. If you think about all the years where probably most of you hated me, and who'd have thought 10, 15 years on that I'll be standing here as Director of Rugby in Bristol. But thanks to a very positive meeting that I had in January with the Chairman, Chris Boyd, he talked to me about the dream for Bristol and where he saw the club and actually what the club was based on, the values that the club had, and really the aspirations that were there. And it fueled my desire. It really got me going straight away, talking to Chris about what he really wants to achieve with this club and what he believes is possible to achieve with this club. And after a month of discussing it with a number of people, I agreed to come and join the club, and right from the first day I've thoroughly enjoyed working here. It's a fantastic club to be involved with. The heritage is there, which we know, the history is there, but it's now about looking to the future and thinking about how we are going to create some history for ourselves. Because I think for too long we've been sat looking at what we've done previously. And what I'm coming here to do, and what I believe in passionately, is about creating a team that can really perform, not just to win the championship, but can go and perform and be a top team in Europe. And that's what I'm looking for the next 5, 6 years, is to be able to create the roots, put those down, of a team that can perform in a way that, for you as supporters, you can be proud of. Right? So that, as a group of people, that we can unite the city, because I think it's key that we're able to unite everybody within the city, but also inspire you with the way that we play. Whether that's through fantastic defence, whether that's through outstanding attack. That's the aim that we're trying to create. It's going to be based around a number of values that we have. Yeah? And part of those values that we're going to be embracing is actually understanding that there needs to be change. I think you've all been involved for longer than I have in this club. You've been involved for 20, 30, 50 years. But if you think about professionalism, we need to look at how we're going to change. And I think that's something that we all supporters, management and players, we're looking at over the next couple of years. How do we create change for this club? How can we embrace the change so that we can see the improvements that we need to make? Because last year was a true reflection of where we are as a club. And you cannot get away from that. Being fifth in the championship is where we are. That is reality. And what we now need to look at is how we can turn that around, make the improvements that we need to make so that we can become a championship winning team, i.e. winning the playoffs at the end of the season, and on top of that, then become a very successful Premiership side. So the next couple of years is about embracing that change, taking that change on board, making the improvements that we need to make. You've seen some of the changes by a number of the signings that have been made, and a couple of signings done this week. Due to the injuries that we've had at 15, I've had to bring in Adam Darcy. And Adam Darcy was a player at Ulster who came over from Manly, played at Ulster for a couple of years, was an effective fullback. And I think because, unfortunately, we picked up the injuries to Classens, to Wallace, and Jack Tubby's got an injury currently, we needed to bring in a player in the back three. And I'm delighted that Adam is able to join us, and he's going to start for 40 minutes today. Be kind with him. He's done his first training this morning. He arrived on Thursday. Yeah, there's a lot for him to take on board. And but we're going to give him a 40-minute run out right at the start of the game. Also delighted that we were able to sign Nick Costa, and we signed Nick Costa on loan. And sort of the work that Chris has done on this to be able, and Steve Gorvette, to bring a player of the quality of Nick Costa. Nick was a star South African under-19, under-20, and got picked up by Gary Gold to come and join Bath. Unfortunately, he's had a slightly damaged knee and hasn't had the real game time that he's needed to play for Bath and be as good as he wants to be. And we're giving him that opportunity to work within our squad, to have the competition for places that we have, but for in our squad that over this year that you'll see the real talent that Nick Costa is. It is going to take a bit of time for him as well. His leg is not fully developed in the way that I probably would have liked over the last couple of years in terms of how it's been managed. And part of the process will be us managing his game time. So he won't be playing in every game, but we're managing his game time so that he can be effective at the end of the season as we want all our players. And I think when you look at the championship as it is, it's not about us being really good at this stage of the season and poor at the end of the season. We have to be in the playoffs at the end of the season and then absolutely firing when it comes to that time and win those 4 games. Because, as you know better than me, those playoffs are quite a tough place to be. And you can have won all the games and get to those playoffs and be unsuccessful. So the key is to build through the season, looking for a good start, build on what we're doing, and then have a fantastic finish and be playing rugby that hopefully will be winning rugby to get us into the Premiership. With all things that I try to do, I like an open environment. So there's an open environment with my relationship with the board, with the senior management, with the players as well. And I hope that you're able to see the positive engagement that you have within with the club this year. I think what has been done over the years by the club with Ben Breeze and the working on the community programme has been fantastic. And we want to really build on that this year, and so you get accessibility to the players, that you see that they are really humble, but players that can really perform for you on the field during a game. So it's that engagement that we have, and hopefully you'll get some real positivity out of that. Finally, from me, I hope that we can all work in partnership with the club. This rugby club is not about me. And it's really, for me, it's about the players performing on the day and the supporters coming to enjoy the rugby that you watch and really engaging with the players through that, and that everything becomes positive because of the experiences that you have, but also the experiences that the players have in the way that they play this game. And hopefully we can really get a close bond connection throughout the season, and we can make it a successful season. Enjoy today. It's our next step. We've had 2 really tough pre-season games. Some of you might be thinking, why are we playing those pre-season games? Why are we playing against Bath and why are we playing against Exeter as our first hit out? Well, I want the team to understand where we are. This is where we are at the moment. And this shows you the improvements that we have to make. If we want to be the very best, we've got to push ourselves against the very best, and we've got to test ourselves. And we mustn't be frightened of putting ourselves out there. By putting ourselves out there, we understand the levels that we have to get to. And through that, we can now build. And the learning experience that I've had from the games has been huge. Learning about individual players, learning about the way that we want to play the game. It's been very, very good. And hopefully we'll be able to see a few improvements made today, not all of them. But come the next couple of weeks, in the games that when we start in this championship battle, you'll see the improvements that are being made. Right? So that's one of the key parts for us playing these games. But I hope you can enjoy today, and let's really enjoy the season that's ahead of us. Thank you for your time.